Assemblyman Chivukula, you held hearings today concerning New Jersey's reaction to President Obama's climate action plan. For the benefit of our audience, can you just tell us briefly what the president's plan is?
President's plan is to reduce the pollution from the power plants that are being built, and also trying to see how we can try to follow some of the global requirements of cutting down the pollution.
One of the key factors of today's hearing was the impact of the pullout from the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative. What has that impact been so far, both in terms of clean air and water and also on jobs?
Well, I think we have what is known as a clean energy economy. RGGI funds were used to create that clean energy economy. That was negatively hurt because we stopped the cap and trade program in the state of New Jersey. Almost $180 million were used to balance the budget instead of using it for energy efficiency, energy conservation. The key thing about RGGI is that it's a 10-state contract between 10 Northeast region states, and in the absence of a national energy policy, which President Obama is trying very hard, and that's why he had to come up with executive order to create the climate action plan that is not only looking at how we reduce the pollution, carbon dioxide pollution in the United States, at the same time trying to see how we can fund overseas some of the energy production to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions. And so RGGI has been a leader for the last many years that trying to cut down the pollution in the northeastern states. There are challenges to the program because Pennsylvania is one of the states adjoining New Jersey, and since they refused to join the RGGI, and they are we are downwind from Pennsylvania and Ohio, and we get a lot of the pollution from Pennsylvania, and it is a term known as leakage. So a lot of the times New Jersey is a net importer of energy, and so a lot of the energy, because it's cheaper in Pennsylvania because it's coal-fired plants and highly polluting, but they leak into New Jersey's energy marketplace.
One of the things we learned here today is that our rank in terms of solar energy is moving downward. We were either first or second, now we're fourth. What can we do to boost the solar energy production in the state?
We had introduced a legislation, tried to balance out. We had an oversupply of SRECs, and we were trying to balance it by creating more demand for SRECs. And now actually the SREC prices went down to almost $80. Now they're back at $175. So I think that will, once the supply and demand balance out, we'll see more growth coming out of New Jersey, and we will try to go back to number 3 or number 2.
And what's the future of nuclear energy in the state?
Nuclear energy, I think it is a policy that nationally we do not have a policy. What do we do with nuclear waste? And so basically right now we have on-site storage of nuclear energy, and that is that's a short-term solution, but in the long term we need to have that. And we do have the Oyster Creek nuclear plant, 650 megawatts, is going to be retired by 2018, and there is a plan at least for another reactor to be open in Salem. And one of the reasons why decommissioning Oyster Creek because of the fact that it's not up to the current technology standards, current emission standards. So I think having a nuclear plant will help New Jersey, but I think we need to, before going to the nuclear plant, we need to explore natural resources like solar, wind, and whether it's geothermal, other things we need to explore.
Last question. We heard that upgrading the grid in the state would cost billions of dollars. Would it be more economical to promote energy generation closer to the consumer?
Right, I have been a very strong proponent of distributed generation. Distributed generation this is the way it works. If you have a hospital complex or a university complex, just for example, then you can generate enough energy to supply to your campus, and you could be connected to the grid for, in the absence of something happens to your generation. I think having that kind of localized generation, campus-based, is going to bring down the reliance on the grid, which is costing us tremendous. Also, it prevents a lot of the leakage that is happening in New Jersey.
Assemblyman, thank you very much.